three things I want to show you today about the Karambit. The three basics that I think are important if you're starting to use the Karambit. First is how to actually hold it. Remember that a lot of the Southeast Asian blades come from tools originally, usually farming tools. The reason why I'm explaining this is the retention ring. Sometimes the misconception is that this is going to help you to retain your weapon if someone tries to disarm you, right? But if you think about it, let's say a disarm is here and the person's trying to get the knife this way, one of the typical disarms that we use for knife. If that happens, all the fingers are going to get disarmed, and the last one that's remaining, even if I put it here, the last one that's remaining is this one. And if the person keeps disarming, not only it's not going to be enough for you to hold it, but your finger's going to go with it. So it's really not going to help you in retaining the weapon. The way it's used traditionally, it's as a harvesting tool. You're harvesting something, then you can let go of the blade, you can grab whatever you're harvesting, and then you don't have to put your blade down anywhere and potentially lose it or damage it. So that's the original purpose of the ring. For us, we use it for manipulation, which I'll explain later. So one thing that's important when I have my finger in the ring is not to put it all the way at the end here, but it's actually here in the middle. Why? Because that's how I'll be able to disengage from it. When I disengage from it, that means I can switch to the other side. So this is important. At the beginning, if you're used to having it all the way here, it might feel less secure when you start to manipulate, but it's something that you just want to get used to. And again, it gives you the ability to change hands. So that's the first thing. You're holding your blade with the curve facing forward. The finger is in the middle over here, and then this is how you control it, right? You can use your thumb here to, again, just to control, and the rest of the grip is as usual. So this is number one. Number two is the classic flip that you'll see everywhere for Karambit. So for Karambit manipulation. So the first thing that's important is when I do it here, I don't let the Karambit just go all the way down. What I want is I want it to be an extension pretty much of my arm, and I'm controlling that by using my thumb and squeezing the fingers here, right? So it's just, again, practicing a little bit to make sure that whenever you extend it, it stops here. From there, you can either stab, or if it's a double-edged weapon, you can use the back to slash over here, right? So flipping here, training, and every time it stops, you make sure it becomes the extension and it doesn't go too far, right? Here I lose the control and I just lose the advantage of using it in the extended position. That's my number two. Number three is just going to be how we change grip. So because, again, I'm holding it here, it's easy for me to get the finger out and from there switch to the other side. So this already gives me the option just to hold it here, potentially not using the ring at all, or again to re-engage with the ring on the other side, right? Then I can do the same thing over here. I can switch. Either I can start by using the ring and then grabbing, or again, I'm here, I can grab and not bother with the ring first, and then eventually I can put it later and use it this way again, right? And I'll just show one last thing for the manipulation. So if I'm here on the right, another way to change hand, instead of just matching here, it's to go underneath here, and now you change the grip to having it like more like a talon, where the blade facing up, right? You can do the same thing the other way around. I'm using the ring, which sticks out here, and then I end up with the Karambit back in its original position, right? We'll see more manipulation in another video, but for now, you can already use this, disengage, you go over here, use this one here, switch again back to the right, and then you have it in your original position, right? Later, we'll just look at how we can switch from this back to this, so that now you can do the whole loop. You can go over here on the right, switch from there back to your point down, flip, switch hand, back to your point down, and switch it. All right, so remember the three things: how to hold the Karambit, especially with the ring. Number two, just the extension, moving from this grip to this grip. And then the last one, just playing with manipulation from right to left. From there, use it, play with it, and see how it goes. Take care.